Today in the Islamic Republic, Iranians patiently waited to cast their votes. Ballot boxes were disinfected, registrations were checked, and ballots were received, filled out, and submitted. But while voters chose their favorite candidate, religious leaders already chose for them the four men on the ballot. And many Iranians said that's no choice at all and voted with their feet to boycott. Fatima Rabaki is a 29-year-old accountant.
We are really fed up. A little peace and understanding for us people, please. We do not deserve to live this hard, listless, and awful life.
Masoud Mohammadian is a factory owner.
I do not see a candidate who can save the country from the situation it is in, which is a dire one.
Iran's been in recession for 3 years. Inflation is more than 40%. The currency has collapsed. Unemployment is rising. And the poverty rate has increased by 50%. But many voters' anger is also about politics. The council led by Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei excluded hundreds of candidates. That cleared the field for the conservative hardline chief of the judiciary, Ibrahim Raisi. In January, 1 year after the U.S. killed military commander Qasem Soleimani, Raisi threatened retribution at the highest levels.
If one who orders a murder were in the position of U.S. president, under no circumstances can they escape law and justice. Those who had a role in this assassination, none of them are safe on the planet.
Raisi is a protege of the supreme leader. The U.S. accuses him of overseeing executions of thousands of political prisoners in the 1980s. He's under U.S. sanctions for that and for a crackdown on peaceful protests during the 2009 Green Revolution. During the campaign, he blamed Iran's economic woes on debilitating U.S. sanctions reimposed by President Trump after the U.S. pulled out of the Iran nuclear deal in 2018. But Raisi has also vowed to clean up corruption. The only reform candidate still in the race is former central bank governor Abdel Nasser Hemati. He warns a Raisi victory would lead to more sanctions and vows to negotiate with the U.S.
If there is the feeling that America's policy is aimed at positive coexistence to boost global and regional peace, I don't think there's any problem in sitting down and talking to them.
The U.S. and Iran are already talking indirectly in Vienna over the U.S. rejoining the Iran nuclear deal by lifting sanctions. Iran would scale back aspects of its nuclear program that broke the deal's restrictions. Raisi is expected to endorse that agreement, but this judge knows voters will judge him on issues beyond politics.
There should be no doubt that we must do everything in our power to lift these oppressive sanctions, but we shouldn't stop at that. We should try to make the economy self-sufficient. This will definitely be on the agenda, too.